This poem, the voice in it belongs to sand. Maybe it's the sand around Murano. Ambition of sand. Submerged in the alluvial lagoon, adrift but content in my sedimentary ways, you found me, a crush of inert coral, silica lime, and shell. Under your feet I pumiced the callus, smoothed the surface of arch and heel, ground my way to the intimate space between toe and toe. Oh, to reside there like nacre in the fold. This was my modest desire. But when you slipped me into your pail, the hard touch of tin, dry and cold against my wet grains, hardened something inside me, awakened the old hunger for an igneous future I'd thought to have tamed. Back came the obsidian dreams troubling my infant sleep, the volcanic longing for something, someone to change me from silt to liquid to lava. Empty me into the furnace till I melt, then pick me from the flame and blow me till I burst into globes, transparent and airy, a light on your pole. Fill me, don't cool me. Burn me and turn me again and again. Spin me, stay in me, spin me into glass.
Man and Camel. On the eve of my 40th birthday, I sat on the porch having a smoke when out of the blue a man and a camel happened by. Neither uttered a sound at first, but as they drifted up the street and out of town, the two of them began to sing. Yet what they sang is still a mystery to me. The words were indistinct, and the tune too ornamental to recall. Into the desert they went, and as they went, their voices rose as one above the sifting sound of wind-blown sand. The wonder of their singing, its elusive blend of man and camel, seemed an ideal image for all uncommon couples. Was this the night that I had waited for so long? I wanted to believe it was, but just as they were vanishing, the man and camel ceased to sing and galloped back to town. They stood before my porch, staring up at me with beady eyes, and said, "You ruined it. You ruined it forever."
The return. After 5 days of rain, of clouds moving, of sudden breaks into blue and wings lifting at dawn from the marsh, after celebration, red silk looped from the ceiling, dusks of dahlia in a still spin of fuchsia, after raspberry, blackberry, juice on every finger, comes a day fire slashes a burn across my hand, night of no moon, comes sleeplessness inexplicable, comes a weight of ache in the back, drowse after an hour of hardy, a silhouette turned black by a burning at the crown of a hill, comes you, hooded and lupine, brazen and resolute, comes you, on fire, in flames, orange the dahlia, live the ash of burnt alder she pokes with an iron stick. I call it sadness, by now thickened into difficult beauty, lifts her toward you, exhausted, entangled, and the sky whites, pine blackening against it, morning to bring wood for the stove, dahlia for the glass vase, dream of a glass door for the woman again to spin through. I wanted your age, crooked leftover of your arms, the ghost of youth in the rise of your back, its ghost also in the deep turquoise of your eyes. I wanted the flourish of your glamour, the bashful break into laughter. I wanted what you pledged vaguely the year the war started, when I predicted one day we'd stroll that square in the shade of centurion trees, where I drank easy coffee with friends and talked to you on the telephone, keeping war aside, telling you the mountain I could see out the window, the green birds. But until that night at the Lux, I hadn't seen you in years. My hand in yours, a fast kiss where the burn now is, hot water bottle here warming you from my limbs, you whose exacting tenderness I still crave. They say the trees went in days, cut down by the new government. The cafes shuttered during the Troubles, along with laughter on the street, outdoor racks of skirts, lace blouses. And the friends I once had there, they've moved to the islands.
How to Furnish an American House, from a decorating manual published in 1949 by Pellegrini and Cudahy. Our first problem is how to hide as much as possible. We want nothing distressed. Snakes on walls create a restless feeling. Red is rarely suitable in large doses. After dark, a paneled room seems to close in upon us, but it is not an oppressive sort of enfolding. Housekeeping can be somewhat simplified by small rugs. Do not make the mistake of painting old hinges black. Oil portraits are effective, but little damage is done by simple pastorals. Rooms should be friendly without abandoning reserve. Insincerity often manifests in over-ornamentation. The most elusive quality is what we call charm. It cannot be planned for deliberately.